Do you guys have a new channel with 0 subscribers or a really old channel that you want to finally start to grow? Guys, this is exactly how we went from 0 to 100 subscribers and how we did it really fast. Now, I go through that in this entire video, and there's vital sections and vital strategies, so make sure to pay attention to the entire thing. Let's get into it.
All right, Money Growth Academy, here we go. Let's dig into this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button before we start. That way you can see all the other videos that we'll be coming out with. We got so much content for you guys that we're going to release. But the first things first. So what you're going to do when you first set up your channel and you've got 0 subscribers is you need to figure out, who's in your space. Who should you kind of be modeling your channel after, and take a look. So for example, we're in the entrepreneurial space. We're in the, investing, personal finance, business kind of space. So a great one for us to look at is Dan Lok, right? So when we kind of started to do our initial research, we were like, man, that guy's got a sharp channel. He talks about a lot of the stuff that we talk about. 7 ways to make money online, poor versus rich, retired rich at 27, truth about passive income. That's a lot of the stuff that we talk about as well, and we share our perspective on it. So what you can do is you can come to channels like this, find someone in the space, and then if you don't know who else is in that space yet, check out that individual's related channel. So here I've got Grant Cardone, Valuetainment, Gary Vee, Ty Lopez, Alex Beckers, Project Life Mastery, TED Talks. So I got all these people in this space that I can kind of look at their channels as well. Subscribe to these channels because you're going to want to see the kind of stuff that they're posting, on a daily basis to see what's kind of trending. What do all these channels have in common? You'll start to find little patterns that you can kind of mimic your channel after. And it's much like, guys, if you're trying to learn how to play basketball, right? You're not going to go look at, the guy playing basketball down at the YMCA to learn. No, you're going to watch and aspire to be like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. You're going to watch clips of those guys and how they play because they're extraordinary. It's the same thing here on YouTube. Follow these big guys first before you kind of start looking at all these smaller channels, okay? So that's just a little tip right there. First, follow YouTubers in your niche and learn from them. See what they're doing. Okay, the second thing that we're going to do after we've kind of subscribed to all these channels here is we're going to leave value-based comments on these individuals' videos that we subscribe to. Okay, so let me show you an example. So here's Project Life Mastery. Has 692,000, and I would follow people in your niche who have well over 50,000 subscribers, guys. That way, this little strategy will work pretty well for you, okay? So what I did is because I clicked on, the notification, turn on notifications for his channel. So the second he posts this bell right here, I get a notification that he's posted. Now, what I tried to do is I try to leave a comment on his video and be one of the first ones on there, okay? So I left this one on. He did this video with Dan Lok. I left this comment that said, for the hustlers and grinders, it's never too late. We just started our channel to inspire and educate others on how to reach financial freedom like us. It's a competitive playing field on YouTube, but if you have the passion, don't let anything stop you, okay? So that was value-based. I didn't say, hey, everyone come over and check out my channel and pull him away from him, I just gave him value and validation to what he was already preaching in this video. So don't beg people to check out your channel. Don't spam links in there, okay? Leave, positive comments, motivation, great feedback. And another tip is to use emojis, okay? So if we look at everyone else down here, very few people are doing it, right? Like no one, that doesn't catch my eye, just regular text. What catches my eye is when I see emojis in there, right? So that's another way that you can kind of get this comment to the top is using emojis. All right, so the third step is going to be to engage with that comment to get the most traction out of it. Something that you guys have to remember is YouTube, honestly, is just a huge, advertising platform. So the longer people are on this platform talking and engaging with people, the longer your content can make people engage, or the longer your comment can get people engaged, the more money YouTube makes. So if your comment's doing very well and it's being liked, it's creating conversation down in the comment section, YouTube's going to push that comment up for you guys, okay, which is really cool. So one thing that you can do, and I can check it out right here on Kevin David's, he's got 392 subscribers, all right? Now, what I did in my comment is I commented on his video, did the same thing, motivation and all that, and, told him that it was a great video. Next thing I know, it gets 7 likes. And if you already have, another Google account, log onto that Google account and like that as well, because most of these don't ever even get a like, see? And so they're going to sit down there. So you can come in here, hit the button, like it, and that will kind of boost it up. And if you ask a question in your comment, or you try to inspire some type of response from from, the rest of the people commenting, that's going to be awesome because it's going to create that interaction, right? So YouTube will push this comment up to the top. Now, if it gets pushed up to the top, what's really cool is something like this can happen. So Kevin David in his video actually shouted out my tip here. I said, awesome tips, Kevin. This is exactly how I made my early fortune. It works if you put in the time and above all else, learn how to sell. Who else out there has started a social media marketing agency? Woo woo. So I asked a question and whatnot, gave him praise, and then he ended up featuring my comment in his video. We got a ton of subscribers off of that, guys. So that's the real power of value-based comments, all right, as we mentioned in step 2, and then engaging with that comment, okay, and getting it pushed up. So that's something that you guys can do. All right, the fourth thing that you're going to want to do is you need to make sure that you have a very direct and descriptive username. I want you guys to notice something here. So my name here is Money Growth Academy, okay? Let me go back to the other one on Project Mastery as well. Money Growth Academy. You want to be very intentional with your name, and you want it to be descriptive and say exactly what you're about. Don't beat around the bush. And if you're a new channel, do not start with your name, okay? My name's Trey Barnes. I'm not going to start a channel with Trey Barnes because no one knows who Trey Barnes is. That's not descriptive. It doesn't say, what I'm trying to do with my channel. It doesn't tell the story of my channel. So if I come in here, when we look at other people, look, Alex A. There's a reason Alex A only has 2 subscribers, right? It's because no one knows who Alex A is. That doesn't intrigue me to want to click on there. Hassan Farhat, that doesn't intrigue me to click on there. Tony Triu doesn't intrigue me to click on there. And you'll see this with a lot of channels where people just have their names. Now, it's not a problem if you're not trying to build a channel, but we're trying to build a channel, right? So we want to make sure that we use, not just our real name, but names that when someone looks in that comment section, I mean, guys, there's 84 comments in here, sometimes thousands of comments, you want to stick out and be picked. So if you've got, a comment that's accelerating very well in the comment section, people are liking, you've asked questions, and then on top of that, you've got a descriptive name like Money Growth Academy, people go, I want to know about that. What are these guys at Money Growth Academy doing? What's so interesting about their channel, right? And so they'll come over here and they'll land on exactly what you're doing, and then they can subscribe right to your guys' channel, okay? So pick an intriguing name, because by nature, by nature, humans are really nosy and curious people. So, down in that comment section, if they see you and they see that it says, Money Growth Academy, that nosiness and curiosity is going to drive them to click there. And if they land on your channel and you've got good content on there, they're going to stick around to watch your videos and they're going to subscribe, guys. So make sure to pick a direct and descriptive name, and you can always change it later. So don't worry. We might not always be Money Growth Academy, and we can change it later to more personal branding. But start your channel with a descriptive name. All right, number 5 is going to be to pick a niche and to stick with that niche, okay, guys? So decide on a specific topic that you'll discuss on your channel. So for us, it's personal finance, it's investing, it's entrepreneurship. So you'll kind of see that reflected in the playlist. We make it really easy for people to understand what we're doing. So you got how to invest and make money, business ideas and side hustles, make money, business case studies, lessons for entrepreneurs. So we make it really simple and kind of focus and hone in on what our channel is going to talk about. And you'll see this with all the big channels too. So Dan Locke, for example, you see, he's talking about millionaire mindset, how to sell. He does a lot with selling, premium package secrets for selling, the art of high ticket sales. So his channel is really about sales and motivation behind sales. He's not doing reviews on, the new Samsung Galaxy, whatever phone, or Apple iPhone. No, he's focusing on his niche. Okay. And so we've got to do the same thing, focus on a niche. We don't have the luxury when you're small to kind of just be broad and hit in all these kind of topics, because people land there and there's no consistency. And if there's no consistency on your channel, guys, if this isn't all tied together and it's just, I've got, home reviews here and I'm talking about this and I'm gardening and doing all this, there's no consistency and people are going to leave. Okay. It's just like a TV show. So at Money Growth, like I said, we focus on entrepreneurship, personal finance, and investing. Okay. And those are the kind of things we focus on. And there's a whole bunch of topics we can talk about around that, but find that niche. Number 6 is to have descriptive channel art. The way I want you guys to think about this little banner piece right here is like a billboard on the side of the highway. If you're driving 60 miles per hour and you're flying down that highway and you look up and see a billboard, it's got to be descriptive and it's got to be right to the point. The images have to be right to the point. That way you can understand it. If there's too much going on there or it's just kind of vague, I mean, it loses its point and you don't want to pay attention. YouTube's the same way. YouTube's a massive highway. And when someone lands on your channel, they click through and get to your channel, you need to let them know within those few first glances exactly what your channel's about. So here you can see, we do generate wealth. The whole channel is about generating wealth. That's it in a nutshell. That's kind of the tagline. We help you generate wealth. So the other thing we do is we label right here when our videos are coming out. So there's no guessing, okay? So we let them know that we're releasing videos on Monday, we're releasing videos on Wednesday. That way they can tune back in and become loyal subscribers. It's just like a TV show that people, sink into their couches to watch every single week because they know it's going to be on. So set a schedule and then you got to stick to that schedule. No matter how hard it can be, stick to that uploading schedule because your users will come back and you don't want to disappoint them, okay? So make sure to label that up front, when they can catch you and watch you guys, okay? And to make this channel kind of art, you guys can use things like Canva, for example, which is really cool. And you can use this to make thumbnails. We'll talk about it later. But you can also use, these templates and whatnot to create your channel art, which is really easy to do, okay? So you can use Photoshop or whatever it is. But the gist of this, guys, is make sure you have a very descriptive channel art that says exactly what you do, okay? Another thing that we do on our channel is we lay out our exact schedule. So we upload videos every Monday and every Wednesday, okay? We keep it very specific as to when we upload it. And it's just like a TV show. You want to let your viewers know when you're going to be back on air, right? That way that they can tune back in. So make sure to let them know when you're going to be on. So the gist of this, guys, is make sure you have a very descriptive channel art that tells people exactly what you do. Okay, and more specifically, what you do for them, what they can gain from your channel. So here, the example, once again, like I said, is generate wealth. If you watch this channel, you'll learn how to generate wealth, and you can learn how to generate wealth every Monday and Wednesday. So tune in, all right? And they're more likely to subscribe to your channel. And you can make this channel art in something like Photoshop, or you can even use Canva to do it. Okay, the 7th thing that really helped us grow is you got to have a story behind your channel, okay? And the reason for that is as humans, we're drawn to stories, right? Think about it. Stories have a unique ability to build connections, and your channel needs a central story. And that's why it's important to have a niche as well. Why did you make your channel? What's the purpose of this channel? Because stories make us feel like we're part of something bigger than ourselves. So if you can turn your channel into one big life story or one big life lesson story, people will come back to watch it over and over again, right? Because just like a show, people want to see how that character tackles new challenges or how that character is evolving or progressing through their journey. So your channel should be the same way, right? Your channel should tell a story. So for an example right here, $1 million in 2019. So we're going to talk about how we're going to make $1 million in 2019, from our entrepreneurial endeavors and whatnot. We're going to talk about that. And the cool thing as a viewer or an audience member of Money Growth Academy, you're going to get to learn how we make that $1 million in 2019, right? So that's a very intriguing story that people are going to want to watch. How's this young guy and his dad make $1 million in a year? So that's what we're doing here is we're creating that story. I'm letting people know about the story, and I'm letting them know if they hit that subscribe button, they're going to see that progression and evolution, and they're going to kind of reflect that onto themselves and say, hey, I think I can be like that character, right? And I think I can progress just like them. So make sure to figure out whatever your story is, you need that story element. So really think about that as you're developing your channel. What's my story going to be? How am I going to show my progression? What's the challenge I'm overcoming that my viewer's going to want to watch? All right, number 8 is you have to have a CTA or a call to action, right, guys? So you've got to ask people to take an action or they will not. So let's take a look real quick on one of my videos. So I've got a video here called Top 7 High-Paying Jobs Without a College Degree. And if you've watched a lot of my videos, you'll notice that I drop in a subscribe button with a little sound at times, right? And it could be in the middle of the video or at the end or the beginning. But I drop this in and I ask people to subscribe, okay? And that's really important to do because people are not going to take an action. Think about yourself. If someone doesn't ask you to do something, you're probably not going to do it, right? So, and if everyone is always worried about, I'm going to bug or offend my viewers, and they don't want me to always ask to like or, subscribe and smash that like button and comment. Well, they do, okay? Because it reminds them, it puts something into the back of their mind like, oh yeah, I should interact with this channel, okay? And people are inclined to do something if you ask them, guys. It's just like in the art of sales. You have to ask for the close if you want to close, okay? So don't save it till the end. That's my other tip. Don't save it till the end to ask for subscribers. You see that on a lot of channels when they begin. And even when they get bigger, they ask for, the close or, the call to action. They ask for it at the very end of the video. Well, the problem with that is, if you look at your data, usually only 50%, sometimes even less than 50% of people are ending up at the end of the video, guys, at a 10-minute video. Maybe not everyone's going to make that. Some are going to drop off way up here around 2 minutes. So I want to make sure that I pepper that subscribe and asking for those subscribers and likes throughout the video and not wait till the end, because only half of my audience will even see it, okay? All right, so the last technique that we'll talk about, guys, is using creative end cards, okay? You got to make sure that your videos don't end with just a, hey guys, thanks for watching, hit that subscribe button, I'll see you later, which everyone does, okay? And I've been guilty of doing that as well when I first started. But once I figured out how to make catchy end cards for my videos and how to push people to watch the next videos, I started to see, click-through rates really going up. I started to see other videos gaining traction that we had, and I started to see our subscribers go up, because the truth is, if they liked this video, so 20 people like this, 109 have seen this, and if they like that video, the chances are when I ask them right here to jump over and watch another video, they're likely to do it, because they're going to say, hey, I really like that content. That was quality content. Well, let me see what he has to say about this. Or, what money mistakes should I avoid in my 20s? Okay. So check that out, guys. Really kind of take a look at your end cards and how you're ending your videos. Okay. You've got to push people to watch your other content on your channel. Trying to keep people on your channel as long as possible. Because if YouTube sees people sitting on your channel, they go, oh, this kid's got something good. Let's keep rewarding him with more viewers and more time and exposure. Okay. So make sure that you push people to your other videos, ask for them to go to those other videos. Remember, ask them to subscribe, and do it in a way that's catchy, okay? Leave people on a cliffhanger. Don't just say, hey, go check out my video, but instead say, hey, do you guys want to know the 6 worst mistakes that I made in my life that costed me X amount of dollars? You're going to want to watch this video then, so you don't make the same mistakes, right? Can you see the difference in that then versus just saying, hey guys, go check out our other videos? Right? That doesn't catch anyone. So catch people, with your call to action there for them to go on and watch your other videos.
Well, are you guys finally ready to make some money on YouTube? Check out this video next right here on how to make $100 a day without actually having to ever step in front of a camera. If you guys like this video, hit like and subscribe.